It's Wednesday, heading off to the city again, and I didn't use aircon last night. I did for the previous 2 nights, which is unprecedented. So I don't know whether it's me or the weather's just warm. I mean, I was told by someone at the hospital I went to on Monday that, yeah, it was particularly hot. It wasn't just me. And they'd been living here for some time, so they'd know, they'd be pretty acclimatised. So, yeah, it doesn't feel quite as bad today. I don't know why. Last night I got by with just having the fan on the second level, which is still unusual. This time of year, normally wouldn't go beyond just the lowest level, but I had to up it a little bit. So, but it doesn't feel as humid to me right now. It's quite sunny. It's quite nice weather. But I got a phone call yesterday from Tony, who's this builder. He's in his 70s, and he's apparently a workaholic. And John, my next door neighbour, recommended him to do the renovation of my kitchen. And he finally got in contact with me, so hopefully I'll hear back from him. Trouble with my bloody mobile is, and I don't know why this is, but when someone contacts me, the only way I know is when the screen goes white and shows that there's a call coming in. There's no vibration, no sound, no ringing. And it's weird because when my cousin, who has also got Aldi mobile, she rings me, it rings okay. But presumably when it's from another carrier, that seems to be an issue. I've got to get onto Aldi because it's damn annoying. Because I've missed calls, there's no doubt about it. If I switch it just to vibrate, maybe that'll work, because at least it'll give me some idea, more than just having to wait to see a screen change. So yeah, it's a bit of a hassle. Anyway, hopefully I'll get back. It's about 11 o'clock, and I want to hopefully I'll get back in the mid-afternoon. It's not school holidays, so at least I don't have to worry about the bus that goes through Trinity Beach getting packed out, which it does during school times in the afternoons. You've got to be very selective when you travel. I'm also ordered a litre of the new Geenalls, or new to me anyway, the new Geenalls gin. It comes in two sizes, 700ml and also 1 litre, and it is slightly cheaper to buy the litre bottle. Well, they've got to be careful of those deals, because sometimes it doesn't work out that way, and I think it's a bit of deceptive marketing just to squeeze more out of the consumers. But in this case, there is a genuine discount. I think it works out about $39 for a 700ml bottle, and per 100 mils you're looking, well, yeah, if per 100 mils on if you took the 100ml cost per litre on the litre bottle, it actually works out closer to about $36 for a bottle. So you're getting around a $3 discount, so it's not bad. So yeah, that's good. I'll get that, because it's actually quite a nice drop. I was surprised. Its alcohol content is slightly lower than Beefeater. Beefeater is 40%. The cheaper brands are generally 37 alcohol by volume, and this one is actually 37.5. So it's a slightly more than the average ones, but less than Beefeater. But I didn't notice any degradation in taste or whatever. It was quite a nice drop. I quite liked it. So I didn't notice it having less alcohol. So yeah, I'm pretty impressed. So, and if I can get the price down that way, I don't know if we'll ever see Beefeater at $35 again. Not in these inflationary times. That could be just, the honeymoon may well be over on that one. You just got to keep looking. I'm also searching for some cheap shares today. The market's taking a bit of a dip, and yeah, I'm going to always got to be on the lookout for possible trades. I like trading stocks over a period of months. I don't do day trading. Day trading is too stressful, way too variable. But if you're looking at stocks in say up to say 6 to 12 month period, it can still be lucrative, but of course it has to be a big win to make up for the fact you're not doing so many trades. The other option is just to trade more stocks, have more in the pool, waiting to be for the turnaround in prices. But it is very difficult at the moment because the talk of a world recession and everything, all equities could be taking a tumble. So it's a bit of a risk. But if you buy at the right end of the spectrum, I guess you're buffeted from a little bit of that risk, and that's the idea, and you may make some decent profits. I look for volatile stocks, and particularly volatile stocks are good because you know what the good low price point is once you get used to the stock. So that's my experience anyway. But we can all come a cropper. It's there's no guarantees with it, and you could have an aberration where just the arse falls out of a particular stock and they dump it. Well, it was quite a busy bus ride, quite a lot of people on board. Maybe because it's a public holiday tomorrow, I'm not sure. There was a couple of transit cops got on Smithfield, but I don't know what they were actually. There wasn't any trouble, and all he ended up doing was one of them was blocking the pathway for passengers to get off. And I saw an unusual sight, a motorbike in the opposite lane, and it actually had two front wheels, really big ones. So I hadn't seen that before. So it just had a normal motorbike rear wheel, and then it had two big fat tyres on the front. So I'm not quite sure. I suppose you could carry more stuff on it, but it means you'd need to use a whole lane. You couldn't dodge between lanes or do any of that stuff on a normal motorbike. But I guess weather up here is conducive to having something like that. I got myself a litre bottle of Geenalls gin, and so I'm a happy chappy. I discovered who the uniformed people were on the bus. They must be out in force all today because every bus they seem to be hopping on and off. And they're ticket inspectors, and I actually had my ticket inspected. Even made sure I had my pension card as well, so quite thorough. And it's the first time since I've been up here, which would be 6 years, travelling on public transport where I've actually been checked. So it's been a long time between drinks. Right, I'm going to do something different today. It's Friday. You're going to get good road view because the camera is actually mounted to the top of my helmet, my bike helmet. I've got an adhesive tab that I've attached to the bike helmet itself up the front. It's sort of like a gel. I peeled off a protective cover, and it's adhered to it fairly well by the looks of things. I hope that this camera doesn't fall onto the ground. Any luck it won't. It feels quite secure, so we'll give it a go. And you'll get a bird's eye view of my bicycle trip to the Kawara shops today. So that hopefully will be of interest to you. And we'll just see how it all goes. Just got to have a blood test, so the medical vampires are getting stuck into me again. One of the quirks with this bike is this is the battery here, and you've got to push this little pad here to get it working, and it's quite temperamental, but it's actually working now because the actual LED is now showing up. So look, I'll put the helmet on. It is a little heavy at the front, so it tilts forward a bit, and hopefully it won't be too unstable a picture you're getting. My major concern is that I don't want the bloody the helmet falling too low, obscuring what little light, what little eyesight I've got. Anyway, I'll just take it to the gates, open the gates up, and we'll get moving soon. But yes, it is actually falling down a little. So maybe I need to put something in the actual helmet to just make it a tighter fit. Just a little too wide. But look, we'll give it a go. It's an experiment. Let's see how this all works out. But yeah, it keeps falling down, which is a bit of a pain. but I'll try to persevere with it, see how we go. And I think I'll start up today without any assist. So this is how you do it, just push the button here. I don't know if you can see that. So I've got it down to 0 assist now, pedal assist, and I'll move it up as I get moving, because it feels quite like a bit of a surge initially. This is the hardest part, just getting my bloody leg over to get started. Shit. Okay. Yes, helmet's a pain. Okay, let's give myself a little bit of pedal assist. Just up to 1 now. Giving it 2 now. And we'll go up a gear. Yeah, it's a bit of a pain, this helmet. I've got to push it right back. Hope the audio's okay. Yeah, it keeps dropping down and obscuring my sight, so it's not great. You can probably get some pads to put in it that'll make it a little more bulky there. Look, I might have to take the camera off. This is not going to work, I don't think. Yeah, got the blood test done straight away. No waiting, no one else in the queue, so that was good. So, still a bit sweaty even after using the e-bike on 3 settings. So, we'll go down Pillwood, see what progress they're making on Miami Road. That'll be interesting. So, get that done now. Taking a breather here because I turned the bloody battery on. The temperamental battery finally came on, and I double tapped it. The damn thing went off, so I had no power. So, I'm just outside of the entrance to Miami Street where they're doing the construction to connect with Trinity Beach Road, and there's not much to be done from what I can see there. They've virtually got it completed. So just I don't know why they're not out working today. It's not a public holiday, so it's a bit strange. They were out earlier in the week, so not quite sure what's going on there. Maybe they're doing all the work down the Trinity Beach end, so I don't know, maybe that's it. Anyway, fingers crossed I'll be able to get some pedal assist happening and get a decent clip going back home. That's a post box back there. I never knew that. Maybe it's something for the Australia Post to use, but because normally they're red. But yeah, that guy on the bike there just opened up the door and did whatever he had to do. Oh, actually, the other thing I did see today was another video from Martin North, who's a bit of a stats nerd, and he sort of concentrates on affordability of buying houses and what have you. And he basically, this particular video he did today was about our area. It's about far north Queensland, and he was debunking the hype, the perceived hype of how well the market is up here. Well, he did cover a few areas. He went right down south and he went through suburb by suburb. He covered Parramatta Park. He had a couple of properties there, and also Palm Cove, but he didn't actually do Trinity Beach or Kawara Beach. And from what I can see, the market's still fairly strong here. There just aren't that many properties on the market, and there's still a lot of people looking for houses. So according to realestate.com, my property did go up in value at a slower pace, but definitely still increased the last month. and that's what I'd probably expect. But I don't think he's the font of all knowledge, Martin North. Some of his methodology I will probably question, but he's, you know, it's a valuable contribution, and certainly the market isn't as strong as it was. There's no doubt about that. But there are areas that are still going to increase. My contention is that here, the beach, you can't build any more beaches. If you've got a property near the beach, I think you're in pretty good shape in Cairns. There's a lot more room for expansion down south, and I'd expect to see more softness in real estate there. But virtually every property he showed over a 2-month period, say from approximately say April and then up until about July as a comparison, they all had like discounts of about 50,000, that sort of thing, on like a $500,000 property, so like 10% discounts on asking prices. So, you know, had quite a few he showed, so I'm not saying it's total crap at all, but just saying that it is more nuanced than that. There are certain areas that are doing better than others, and I think Kawara was a little undervalued when I bought it, but I still think it's going to be tough for real estate in the next 6 to 12 months, until maybe the Reserve Bank decides to ease off on the interest rate increases. But seeing the Fed has just increased, in America, has just increased interest rates by 0.75%. All the other countries basically have to follow the leader, except for EU have been different, but they've kept their rates way too low, in my opinion, mainly because of the sensitivity they have to the southern European countries, which really shouldn't be part of the euro, in my opinion. But anyway, you know, we'll see. It's quite nice here, cool. In the shade, it's quite reasonable. Still no action with this vacant block. Like I say, very valuable piece of real estate, one would think. But I guess the developer might be waiting for planning permits or something, or other finance. Could be a million reasons why it's not happening, but yeah, it's still a vacant block, unfortunately. But it'd be nice if they actually did have a cafe, maybe a licensed cafe there would be really handy. It's very close to where I live. I'd love that, but who knows? First thing will be the Miami connection, the Miami Road Street connection. I'm sure it's a road or street, but anyway, that'll be done fairly soon, one would think. I think before June next year, the way it's going. Should really just be a few days' work, I would have thought. They seem to have made fair progress with it. But there's the hill, just at the back of Trinity Beach. It's easy to know where you are here. Quite a decent landmark, that is. I can't remember the name of that damn hill is. I'll put it up on the screen. But yeah, it does have a name. So I'm going to go through this little estate. Very quiet little road, this. And there's no through road access, so that's why it's so quiet. And that's Poolwood Road that I came down earlier today after having my blood test. It's a nice run coming down from the highway, so that's enjoyable. Anyway, we'll just go look through this little slice of suburbia and then veer off to the left and connect to Trinity Beach. It was a reasonable night there. Met a few new people at the beach house. It's a very good bar. A lot of people had food. I didn't. I'm going to have my meal when I get back. I haven't eaten all day, doing fasting. Don't feel bad for it. I only had 3 schooners, so normally you'd have about 4, but didn't really feel like indulging in another one, so that was okay. And I got a free bus trip home. The bus driver didn't charge. Go figure. So no complaints. Please consider subscribing to my channel if you think there's anything there of use to you or entertainment or whatever. And either do that or give me a thumbs up, or if you're feeling really energetic, do both. That'd be great.